Sure, here is a rephrased and expanded version of the provided text. The first video, historical footage recorded just before 4 a.m. on a night in August 2020, captures a disturbing event. An unidentified man is seen walking in front of a house, emptying a gas container over the yard and front porch. Shortly after he disappears off screen, a large fire erupts, filling the camera's view. Thankfully, no one was injured during the incident, but unfortunately, 2 houses and a vehicle were damaged. The homeowner claimed to have no idea who could be responsible or why anyone would do this to them. From an outsider's perspective, the act appears completely random, making the footage all the more unsettling. On a night in September 2021, a homeowner received a suspicious knock at his door around 3 a.m. Checking his doorbell camera, he saw what looked like 2 teenagers identifying themselves as officers from the Columbus Police Department CPD. The video shows the individual in front clearly holding a firearm. The house sitter used the doorbell camera speaker to further question the supposed officers. "Can I help you?" "CPD, we need to ask you a couple of questions." "I'm sorry." "CPD, we need to ask you a couple of questions. Can you please step to the front door?" "CPD. P. Yes, this is CPD. We would like you to step to the door, please." "Can I see a badge?" "We would like you to step to the door, please, sir." "I don't have to show you my badge, sir." Realizing that the man refused to show a badge because he didn't have one, the homeowner understood what was happening. Instead of opening the door, he called the real police department to report 2 armed men at his front door. After a couple of minutes, the 2 attempted once more to get the homeowner to open the door, but then ran off before the real police arrived. They were most likely planning to rob the man, but their true intentions remain uncertain. Both suspects were never identified by police. In May 2018, a woman left her parked car unlocked outside her house overnight. Predictably, someone found the unlocked car and stole multiple items. A few hours later, the thief was caught on the woman's doorbell camera, attempting to use her stolen set of keys to unlock her house's front door. Luckily, the set of keys didn't include a house key, so the thief eventually walked away. Had the keys contained a house key, the outcome could have been much worse. In another unsettling incident, doorbell camera footage captured an unknown man wearing an eerie mask as he approached a door. His movements triggered the camera to start recording. He grabbed the door handle, realized it was locked, and hesitantly knocked. After waiting for a few seconds, he pulled his sleeve over his hand to wipe off his fingerprints from the door handle before walking away. A minute later, the homeowner came to the door and saw the man sitting in a car across the street. When she yelled out to ask what he wanted, he quickly sped off. The homeowner later stated she had no idea who the man was or why he was there. The fact that he wiped off his fingerprints suggests he might have a criminal record. Additionally, a heavy object weighing down his front pocket was visible, though it's unclear what it was. The mask made it impossible for police to identify both the man's identity and his intentions. In the middle of the night, at an apartment complex in Toledo, a doorbell camera captured unsettling footage. The video shows a man knocking on the front door, with what appears to be a firearm tucked into his waistband. The resident, not recognizing the man, asked who he was. The stranger ambiguously replied, "It's me." When the resident pressed for more information, the man simply waved through the door. His vague response wasn't enough to convince the resident to open the door, so the man eventually walked away. However, as he departed, a second man emerged from behind a nearby dumpster and walked off with him. The situation escalated when the two men circled around to the back door and attempted to pick the lock. The resident called the police, but by the time they arrived, the men had vanished, unsuccessful in their attempt to break in. The contents of the first man's almost empty backpack suggested a possible intent to rob the place, but their true intentions remain unclear. The police have yet to identify the two men. In a separate incident in Texas, a homeowner woke up one morning to find the gate to his backyard wide open. Curious, he reviewed the footage from his home security cameras. What he saw was chilling: a man dressed in a clown costume, complete with a suit and mask, and holding a knife. The clown casually wandered around the property, peering into windows and testing the doors. This incident occurred in 2016, during the killer clown craze that gripped the nation for several months. While many participants in the craze were likely just trying to scare people for fun, some took advantage of the situation to commit genuinely horrific crimes under the anonymity of a clown mask. In this case, it was clear the person in the costume intended to break into the house. After failing to gain entry, the clown eventually walked off. Despite a police report, no further action was taken, leaving the homeowner with nothing but disturbing footage. Another alarming event was captured in Colorado, also in the dead of night. The video shows 3 mountain lions emerging from the darkness and wandering around a set of houses. The big cats were seen walking as far as onto the porch of one of the homes. Mountain lion sightings are exceptionally rare in this particular area, as these predators typically stay deeper in the mountains where they can hunt deer, their primary prey. Their presence in a populated neighborhood was highly unusual. The mountain lions eventually moved on, but the situation could have turned dangerous if a homeowner had left pets outside or had been outside themselves. The footage serves as a stark reminder of the potential risks wildlife can pose when they venture into human habitats.